Hello students, welcome back to my channel Physics in a Nutshell. So in this video, let us study about the factors affecting the resistance as well as specific resistivity. So basically, the resistance depends upon three factors. In my previous video, I had explained the concept of electrical resistance. So if you haven't watched the video, please watch and try to understand what is electrical resistance. I'll be sharing the link in the description below. So resistance is nothing but the obstruction offered by the particles of the wire to the flow of the current. That is what we have studied. Now let us see on what factors it depends. Basically, the resistance depends upon three factors: length of the wire, the second factor is area of cross section, and the third factor is material, or you can say as nature of the material. Okay, so let us write it as nature of the material. So these are the three factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. So coming to the first factor, resistance depends upon the length. Resistance is directly proportional to the length. So let us understand what is the relationship between the resistance and how it depends upon the length. As the length of the wire increases, the resistance also increases. When the length decreases, the resistance also decreases. So that is why we say that resistance is directly proportional to the length. Coming to the second factor, resistance also depends upon area of cross section. So when we say area of cross section, it is nothing but the thickness of the wire. How thick or thin the wire is taken. Okay, so area of cross section, resistance also depends upon the area of cross section. R is equal to inversely proportional to the area of cross section. So when the area of cross section is more, the resistance will be less. So for very thick wires, the resistance will be less. So this is the second equation. Coming to the third factor, nature of the given material. So under this, we can classify the materials into conductors and insulators. Good conductors and insulators. Good conductors are the materials which can allow the current to pass through them because the resistance is very less. So when the obstruction is very less, the current can easily flow through the good conductors. Examples: almost all the metals are good conductors of electricity. Then coming to the insulators, the materials which do not allow the current to flow through them, they are called as insulators because they have very high resistance. The obstruction is very high, so the current cannot flow through the insulators. Examples: wood, plastic, glass, thermocol, cloth, all these are examples of the insulators. So that is how the resistance depends upon the nature of the given material, whether it is a good conductor or a insulator. Good conductors offer low resistance, whereas insulators offer high resistance to the flow of current. So as we can see, we have obtained two equations over here. Resistance is directly proportional to the length, that is the first equation. Resistance is inversely proportional to the area of cross section, which is the second equation. Now combining equation 1 and 2, we get from equation 1 and 2, we get R is proportional to length by area. R is proportional to length by area. So now when we remove the proportionality, we get a constant of proportionality. R is equal to rho L by A. So we have obtained the formula of the resistance in terms of length and area of cross section. R is equal to rho L by A. So now let us study about rho. What do you mean by rho? It is nothing but the specific resistivity. As we have obtained the formula, R is equal to rho L by A. So in this formula, R is the resistance, rho is the specific resistivity, or it is the constant of proportionality. As we have removed the proportionality symbol over here, and I am writing equal to. So whenever we remove the proportionality and write equal to, we get a constant of proportionality, that is nothing but rho. Here in this equation it is called as rho. So rho is the specific resistivity, L is the length of the wire, and A is the area of cross section. So from this formula, let us write the formula of the specific resistivity. So it is very clear, this is rho symbol and it is nothing but specific resistivity. So rho is equal to RA, just by cross multiplying R into A we get RA divided by L. L from the numerator it goes to the denominator, so RA by L. This is the formula for the specific resistivity. And the SI unit of specific resistivity is ohm meter. So that is how we have studied about specific resistivity, the formula and even the SI unit. So how do we define the specific resistivity? It is nothing but the property of the material to obstruct the flow of the current. Basically the resistance is nothing but the obstruction towards the flow of the current, whereas specific resistivity is nothing but the property of that particular material, whichever the wire is given, okay, whichever wire is taken in the circuits, the property of the material of that wire to the flow of the current, to the obstruction of the current. So that is nothing but specific resistivity, and the formula for specific resistivity is RA by L. So it is very clear, R is the resistance, A is the area of cross section and L is the length, and the SI unit of a specific resistivity is ohm meter. This is the SI unit. So I hope the factors affecting the resistance as well as specific resistivity is very clear. So I hope this video is very useful for you. Please do share, like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be catching you in the upcoming videos. Thank you.